Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. Make it a rule never to give a child a book you would not read yourself. If you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh, otherwise they'll kill you. Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. There are two tragedies in life. One is to lose your heart's desire. The other is to gain it. There is no love sincerer than the love of food. The liar's punishment is, not in the least that he is not believed, but that he cannot believe anyone else. Never wrestle with pigs. You both get dirty and the pig likes it. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. Success does not consist in never making mistakes but in never making the same one a second time. A pessimist is a man who thinks everybody is as nasty as himself, and hates them for it. My way of joking is to tell the truth. It's the funniest joke in the world. You use a glass mirror to see your face, you use works of art to see your soul. Patriotism is, fundamentally, a conviction that a particular country is the best in the world because you were born in it. He knows nothing, and he thinks he knows everything. That points clearly to a political career. After all, the wrong road always leads somewhere. Hatred is the coward's revenge for being intimidated. Dancing is a perpendicular expression of a horizontal desire. Both optimists and pessimists contribute to society. The optimist invents the airplane, the pessimist the parachute. Better keep yourself clean and bright, you are the window through which you must see the world. You don't stop laughing when you grow old, you grow old when you stop laughing. When a thing is funny, search it carefully for a hidden truth. When a man wants to murder a tiger he calls it sport, when a tiger wants to murder him he calls it ferocity. Liberty means responsibility. That is why most men dread it. Without art, the crudeness of reality would make the world unbearable. Liquor is the chloroform which enables the poor man to endure the painful operation of living. Life does not cease to be funny when people die any more than it ceases to be serious when people laugh. Power does not corrupt men. Fools, however, if they get into a position of power, corrupt power. The most tragic thing in the world is a man of genius who is not a man of honor. When a stupid man is doing something he is ashamed of, he always declares that it is his duty. Criminals do not die by the hands of the law. They die by the hands of other men. The thought of 2,000 people crunching celery at the same time horrified me. We learn from experience that men never learn anything from experience. The power of accurate observation is commonly called cynicism by those who have not got it. Silence is the most perfect expression of scorn. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Doing what needs to be done may not make you happy, but it will make you great. You'll never have a quiet world till you knock the patriotism out of the human race. The difference between a lady and a flower girl is not how she behaves, but how she's treated. As long as I have a want, I have a reason for living. Satisfaction is death. Choose silence of all virtues, for by it you hear other men's imperfections, and conceal your own. I never resist temptation because I have found that things that are bad for me do not tempt me. Do not waste your time on social questions. What is the matter with the poor is poverty, what is the matter with the rich is uselessness. First love is only a little foolishness and a lot of curiosity. Reading made Don Quixote a gentleman. Believing what he read made him mad. You have learnt something. That always feels at first as if you have lost something. If you can't appreciate what you've got, you'd better get what you can appreciate. I have defined a 100% American as 99% an idiot. A gentleman is one who puts more into the world than he takes out. We have no more right to consume happiness without producing it than to consume wealth without producing it. The only service a friend can really render is to keep up your courage by holding up to you a mirror in which you can see a noble image of yourself. Imitation is not just the sincerest form of flattery, it's the sincerest form of learning. If any religion had a chance of ruling over England, nay Europe within the next 100 years, it could be Islam. Chess is a foolish expedient for making idle people believe they are doing something very clever, when they are only wasting their time. It is dangerous to be sincere unless you are also stupid. Democracy is a device that ensures we shall be governed no better than we deserve. Only in books has mankind known perfect truth, love and beauty. Happy is the man who can make a living by his hobby. Beware of false knowledge, it is more dangerous than ignorance. We are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility for our future. The only way to avoid being miserable is not to have enough leisure to wonder whether you are happy or not. To be in hell is to drift, to be in heaven is to steer. There is always danger for those who are afraid. The heart of an Irishman is nothing but his imagination. Confusing monogamy with morality has done more to destroy the conscience of the human race than any other error. I do not know what I think until I write it. Independence. That's middle-class blasphemy. We are all dependent on one another, every soul of us on earth. You are going to let the fear of poverty govern your life and your reward will be that you will eat, but you will not live. Take care to get what you like or you will be forced to like what you get. A miracle, my friend, is an event which creates faith. Marriage is an alliance entered into by a man who can't sleep with the window shut, and a woman who can't sleep with the window open. The more I see of the moneyed classes, the more I understand the guillotine. A man of my spiritual intensity does not eat corpses. Hell is full of musical amateurs. You cannot have power for good without having power for evil too. Even mother's milk nourishes murderers as well as heroes. I don't know if there are men on the moon, but if there are, they must be using the Earth as their lunatic asylum. A fool's brain digests philosophy into folly, science into superstition, and art into pedantry. Hence university education. Bear it like a man, even if you feel it like an ass. A fashion is nothing but an induced epidemic.